I walked to work in the wrong shoes. For 30 days. It started with a card that failed. On Monday morning I put my travel card on the reader, and the light stayed red. I tried again, and the driver shook his head at me. The card was empty. I paid for that ride with the coins in my pocket, and I counted them twice. After work I went to the ticket office to put money on the card again. It closed at 5, and I finished at 5:30. I stood in front of the dark window and read the opening hours 3 times. Then I opened the map on my phone and looked at the line between my apartment and my office. The walk was 35 minutes. The bus was 12. I told myself it was only for 1 week. On Tuesday I left home half an hour earlier than usual. My shoes were thin, and by the second street I could feel every stone under them. I got to my desk before anyone else, with a wet shirt and a warm face. On Wednesday I took a different street, because the first one had too many traffic lights. That street was narrow and quiet, and it had a small repair shop with a bicycle in the window. I have lived in this city for 4 years, and I had never seen that shop. On Thursday it rained, and I waited under a shop roof with 2 other people for 11 minutes. Nobody spoke. When the rain stopped, we all started walking at the same second, and the man next to me laughed. On Friday my legs hurt in a new place, higher up, and I decided that was a good sign. Then the weekend came, the ticket office was closed, and 1 week quietly became 2. On the first morning of the second week, I stopped at the crossing by the bridge, and Marta was already standing there. Marta sits 2 desks away from me, and until that morning I had only ever seen her inside the building. She looked down at my shoes and said, "So you are walking?" I said, "My card is empty." She said, "Mine has money on it. I still walk." The light turned green, and we crossed together. After that we met at the crossing almost every morning, not because we planned it, but because we both got there at 8:10. Marta walked faster than me and talked more slowly than me. She told me she had walked to work since the winter her son moved to another city. She said her apartment was very quiet in the morning, and the street was not. I asked her why she kept a card she never used. She said, "Because some mornings I am tired, and I want the choice." I thought about that answer for the rest of the street. On the 20th day I went into a shop and bought proper shoes. When I told the man how far I walked, he brought out a pair with a thick gray sole and said nothing else. They cost more than a month of bus rides, and I paid without checking the other prices, which is not like me. On the 24th day we finished early, and at 5:10 I was standing in front of the ticket office with the window open and the light on. The man behind the glass asked how much I wanted to put on the card. I said 1 month, and he handed the thin blue card back to me, still warm from his machine. The next morning I took the bus. It was 12 minutes, and it was dry, and I arrived with nothing in my head. Then the bus slowed at the crossing by the bridge. Marta was standing there with her bag on her shoulder, waiting for the green light. She did not see me. The light changed, she crossed, and the bus turned the other way. I was at my desk 18 minutes early, and I did not know what to do with them. I drank a glass of water, looked at the clock on the wall, and drank another one. On Wednesday I walked. Marta was at the crossing, and she said, "That card did not last long." I said, "It is still full." She laughed, and we waited for the green light together. Now the card lives in the front pocket of my bag, next to my keys. Some mornings I am tired and I take the bus, and I am glad the card is there. Most mornings I walk. I keep it. I just do not use it. That is the end of today's story. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next one.